Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hindu Explainer series. I am Kushagra Goyal and very warm greetings from Lawprat Tutorial. Before we dive into the newspaper, it's very important that you test yourself. And as the oldest institution of CLAT preparation, it is paramount for us to ensure that you get the adequate practice before the examination. In that regard, therefore, we have come up with the All India mock test for all of you on July 4th. So please make sure that you register yourself for that mock test. Now let's dive into today's newspaper. So the first big headline on the newspaper is one that we have been discussing over the past 1 year, alright, which is Financial Action Task Force and Pakistan being retained on the grey list of it. Financial Action Task Force is basically a grouping to ensure that countries are in compliance or their financial regulations are in compliance to ensure that the money in those countries are not or is not being used or is capable of not being used by terrorist organizations, or at the same time, even if it has been used, the regulatory scenario there is strong enough to ensure that such individuals are brought to justice. In that regard, Pakistan has now been retained on the grey list. Why? Because it failed to act against terrorist organizations such as Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Al-Qaeda and Taliban. All four of them are declared terrorist organizations and prosecution of them has not yet taken place. Along with this, now Pakistan has been handed out 7 more tasks to ensure before the next review, which will take place again in the month of November. Already 2 review exercises have taken place, but Pakistan has been retained on the grey list. Now there are 2 categories which we know of Financial Action Task Force, the grey list and the black list. On the black list, it means that you will not be able to access foreign investment. There are sanctions imposed. On the grey list, there are no preliminary or punishment related activity that happens. No sanctions also take place. However, it is still important that it affects the country's ability to finance or get loans from international sources. And you know, Pakistan's economy is in dire straits. So therefore, it needs the financial assistance of Western countries especially. Alright, so this is significant. It is also part of Prime Minister Modi's financial foreign policy to ensure that Pakistan is unable to or stops being a state that sponsored terrorism. Alright, it is part of his foreign policy. In that regard, it has now been confirmed that Pakistan remains on the grey list. Apart from that, on the front page is the news for all you CBSE students who will be appearing for class 12th. There has now been an option that you can appear for examinations in the month of August if you believe that your scores from the formula that the CBSE has told you will not be good enough. So you now have the option to exercise and give physical examinations at the designated centers. Alright. Apart from this, a controversy happened yesterday related to our Information and Broadcasting Minister. He was served a copyright notice by Twitter and his account was blocked for an hour. Alright, in that regard, the government has now claimed that Twitter is following laws of its own and not complying with Indian law enforcement. This has become significant because of the intermediary rules that we have been discussing. Indian government recently imposed intermediary liability rules and Twitter is a significant social media intermediary. Therefore, it becomes important as to what happens in this regard. Throughout the year, there has been tussle between the government and Twitter as a platform. Alright, so the news is an update from that regard. Apart from this, in the newspaper or national news, nothing of note. So we move on to the editorial section. the main editorial here, prepare the groundwork for a Naya Kashmir. Alright, so this is about the political engagement that took place between the Prime Minister and the political parties of Jammu and Kashmir. That now the political process should begin. Two things were mainly on the surface. First, Prime Minister spoke about the delimitation exercise. That now that the state was bifurcated, there is a need for new delimitation, without which assembly elections cannot take place, and without elections no political process happens. The second part, which the political parties of Jammu and Kashmir had raised, was about the creation or restoration of Jammu and Kashmir as a full-fledged state. Until now, until 2019, it was a full-fledged state with its autonomous rights under Article 370. Then it has now been reduced as a union territory. Alright, and it now is a demand to be restored as a state. So two things become very important from constitutional perspective for all of you. Alright, first is the article under which Parliament has been given the power to create new states. Article 3 under Part 1. Then is the part under which union territories are governed. So that is also important. You can be asked a question under what section is union territories governed by the union government. Alright, so that article can also be asked. Tomorrow I want you all to go through it. It is a hint for all of you. It is the same article under which we had discussed the Delhi Amendment Act also. So please go through the Constitution Index. You will find the article very in proximity to the one relation to Delhi Amendment Act. Alright, so please in the comment section let me know what this article is. We'll talk about it tomorrow, because this is the only scope from where we can actually get a question from this dispute, alright, or this discussion. On the left hand side also is the similar article, future state, that restoration of Jammu and Kashmir as a full statehood should happen. So please, Article 3 is the one under which Parliament has the power to create a new state or convert a union territory to a state. Alright. Then on the left hand side is about Euro 2020, which is today the last 16 round begins in Euros, and who are the favorites, what is the situation there. Then is relevant advice for caregivers and mothers to be, alright, how to deal with the pandemic in that regard. Then moving on the national news. So our defense minister yesterday paid a visit to the Kochi shipping yard, where India's first indigenous aircraft carrier is being built. Alright, India till now, right now, has one active aircraft carrier, Vikramaditya. Alright, India is now building its first indigenous one. Remember, China, which is our closest adversary navy, also has 2 aircraft carriers and is building its third one. So with this commission next year, India will also have 2 in service. Alright, a aircraft carrier is the bulwark of a navy. It is a mark of the strength of a navy. If India has to ensure to be a powerful player in Indo-Pacific, it needs to be the leading country for aircraft carriers. So Kochi shipping yard is where India's indigenous aircraft carrier is being built. Alright, then apart from this is the news related to FATF only, which is Pakistan's claim that India is actually politicizing the issue of FATF process, and that it will make it difficult for us to get aid from different countries. All of this is, you need to fix your own house before you can blame anyone else. Alright, then is the Smart Cities Mission. Smart City Mission is one of the flagship scheme of the union government. Under this, rankings were released yesterday, with the state of Uttar Pradesh as best ranked, second was Madhya Pradesh, and third was Tamil Nadu. Alright, this is under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, along with Atal Mission for Rejuvenation of Urban Transformation. Alright, Amrut scheme and PMAU. Alright, 2 flagship schemes under which the Smart City Mission is being launched and governed. Alright, so the awards who have been given the award. Apart from this, moving on the national news, so here India and China planned 12th round of Ladakh standoff talks. It seems that China has achieved what it wanted in LAC. Therefore, its inclination to resolve the dispute has now wavered. It has ensured India leaves the height on Pangong South mountains, which we have done in the previous agreement. It wanted India not to reach or patrol the area of the finger 1 to 8, which has also been ensured. It has been created as no patrolling zone. China wanted India not to patrol it, so they have got that thing also. Therefore, its insistence on a peaceful resolution now seems unlikely. Then, apart from this, the national news here is our President of India undertaking the presidential suite on train to travel to his hometown in Kanpur. This is our first time since 2006 the presidential suite has been used for the president to travel. Alright. Then apart from this, on the right hand side, enhancement of the Pinaka rocket, not that much relevant for us. Then moving on the international news. On the international news segment, update from Afghanistan. All right, so Ashraf Ghani, who is the president there, is on a visit to United States. This is important in the terms of what comes or beckons for the state of Afghanistan or the government there now that Taliban is on the rise and US forces are moving out. So therefore we need to keep an eye of what conclusion happens here, how many troops, how much assistance or financial aid will be provided to the Afghanistan forces to ensure that Kabul and the government does not fall. There is widespread fear that if Taliban takes over Afghanistan, the entire purpose of US war is also defeated and Afghanistan will go back downwards. All right. As things stand today, if there is no assistance provided, Afghan government will fall to Taliban within 6 months. All right. Then apart from this, on the right hand side is China to launch its first high-speed rail network, which is trains at the speed of 160 kilometers, which China identifies as bullet trains. All right. So the first one connecting the border near Arunachal Pradesh, linking Lhasa to Ninchangi near the border of Arunachal Pradesh. All right. Apart from this is specific news, not that relevant for us. So moving on the economic and sporting segment, also nothing of note. Wimbledon is about to begin on, and the Olympic news is also important. All right. In that regard, on today's newspaper, one important news, which is FATF. One thing to keep an eye on is Afghan's president's visit to United States and what assistance US assures him. Afghanistan peace process is a very important topic for CLAT 2021. On that note, I will conclude for the day. If you like the work that we are doing, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it. On that note, thank you, and I'll see you all tomorrow.